and this is the way it's going to be. When we get the momentum, they can't stop us. Press play. There's the magic finger. Pressing down. Yeah. Down. Loving it. Loving it.
Thank you for that intro, Macho Man Randy Savage, and welcome to another edition of WFMU Wrestling Club, the only show on WFMU that doubles as a safe space for wrestling fans, wrestling admirers, and wrestling skeptics. Coming up this hour, we're going to be joined by AEW wrestler, the bad boy Joey Janela, as well as comedian Chris Gethard. But first, I'm going to give you the number, 201-209-9368. We are going to need your calls tonight. We're going to be talking about, well, I'll tell you all about that in a second. But first, let me introduce you to my co-host. He is the failed host of Public Access Television's The Special Without Brett Davis and the critically acclaimed Podcast for Laundry. He's joining us via satellite from Hollywood, California. He's my tag partner for life, the one and the only Brett Davis. Brett, can you hear me?
Hello. I can hear you just fine. Yeah, I am from Hollywood now.
How's that going for you? How's Hollywood doing?
It's nice. I just moved 3 days ago, and I've already forgotten. You know what are we talking about today? New Jersey.
Oh, that's right. Well, I gotta let you know today. We're talking about wrestling and the state of New Jersey. You know, there are two things in the world that I love that everybody seems to have an opinion on. One is professional wrestling. Two is my home state, our home state, the state of New Jersey. Everybody's got an opinion on them. Maybe you do too. If you do, if you want to talk wrestling, if you want to talk New Jersey, if you want to talk pretty much about anything related to those two topics, give us a call, 201-209-9368.
I'm fairly maligned, I'd say. Those are two things I've had to defend my whole life. So it'll be nice to be amongst my peers, hopefully. If you hate New Jersey or you hate pro wrestling, please call in too. I'd love to hear that side of the story.
Well, you know, that's kind of what we're looking for. You know, which is better? Wrestling, professional wrestling, the sleazy, the crazy, the wacky, the weird, or the equally sleazy, wacky, and weird Garden State, the state of New Jersey, the third state in the union. We love it. You know, WFMU is a cultural institution in New Jersey for 60 years. And, you know, you might not associate wrestling with the state of New Jersey. You probably think of, you know, Madison Square Garden. You think of Budokan Hall. You might not think of Roosevelt Stadium or the Meadowlands, but I know growing up here, I got a lot of thoughts about New Jersey and wrestling and history and all that stuff. So please give us a call at 201-209-9368.
I am from Roxbury, New Jersey. You're from Sussex County.
I'm born at Newton Memorial Hospital in the county seat of Sussex County, Newton, New Jersey.
Our guests in their respective fields, I say more than anybody, have represented New Jersey. Gethard is from East Orange? Coast Orange?
I think it's West Orange.
West Orange?
West Orange, yeah. He's not that hard.
I think Joey's from Asbury Park, or at least Bill from.
Yeah. You know what? According to Wikipedia, he's from Hazlet, New Jersey, which is on the way to Asbury Park. And I think it has the most strip clubs in any municipality in New Jersey. But we'll get into that in a couple minutes. We're going to be joined by bad boy Joey Janela and Chris Gethard, who you can talk to them on the telephone at 201-209-9368. But before we get into that, I want to talk about the news in wrestling. This weekend, the big event coming up is AEW's pay-per-view All Out. It's going to be on Saturday. They got a lot of it's been building. It's going to be the first pay-per-view that they've done with fans since January?
Yeah.
going to have John Moxley in the main event against MJF, which has been a great feud I've really enjoyed. We're going to have Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy in a Mimosa Mayhem match, which we're going to talk to Joey Janela about because he had a bloody run-in with Chris Jericho.
I don't know Jericho personally, but I'll never be his friend after what I saw.
Well, Chris Jericho and I have, do have a connection.
It's true.
Chris Jericho, when he debuted, well, not when he debuted in WCW, but one of his first big angles in WCW was with Goldberg. They were building to a match with Chris Jericho and Goldberg. And one of the mind games Chris Jericho played on Goldberg was he would parody Goldberg's iconic entrance with the security guards coming from the dressing room. Well, Chris actually recruited my blood uncle, my father's brother, my Uncle John, who was a truck driver for WCW. He recruited him and he gave him the name Ralphus. So if you're a Ralphus fan, give us a call. I'll tell you all about Uncle John. Unfortunately, he passed away last year. But his memory lives on every time I see Chris Jericho on the TV. Yeah, it's going to be a really good show. AEW All Out this weekend. Brett, are you going to be watching it live?
Yeah, if I can figure out the time zone thing, I'll definitely be trying to.
You're not so good at
illegal streaming site, maybe. No, because we got Janela on, I'll throw a few cents this way. I'll buy it on pay-per-view. But I'm very excited for this Mimosa Mayhem match. I love anything where there's a wacky stipulation. And this is because Orange Cassidy, orange juice related. Chris Jericho, he always celebrates with a little bit of the bubbly, and then they're gonna do it. It's nice. It's a perfect marriage of two gimmicks. I'm very excited.
Yeah, me too. I think it's gonna be a great show. Plus, there's gonna be FTR going for the AEW tag team titles against Kenny Omega and Adam Page, which should be a fantastic match. But I'm gonna go to we had a call, but they hung up. Oh well. Well, you know what? Call back. Call us 201-209-9368. I'm going to try to go right through this news really quick. This is from Sports Illustrated Media Podcast. In an interview, her first interview since leaving WWE earlier this month, former announcer Renee Young shed some light on what she hopes will be the next chapter of her career. Besides completing a cookbook that should be released next spring, her goal is to become, quote, Lady Rogan and be more in control of her content. Brett, this sounds like a bad idea.
Well, I mean, she's got to start on the HGH. The training is going to be tough. I mean, she's a fit person already, but she needs to build that muscle.
She needs to build some bulk.
She's got a slender neck. We got to get rid of that. We just got to go head to shoulders.
She's got a lot of drugs she's going to have to start doing. I mean, not just performance-enhancing drugs. I'm talking, she's going to have to get in those ayahuasca circles, which apparently is a very intensive experience for some people, but I'm going to, I just want
to open her mind to some new thoughts.
Yeah.
Politically,
right.
Culturally. And maybe when I say new thoughts, I mean old thoughts.
I just want, if Renee Young is listening, I mean, I know she's a huge fan of WFMU, she really likes, Sophisticated Boom Boom with Sheila B. But, so if she's still listening, I just want her to hear this. I just want her to hear this just to let her know what her future could be. Oh, wait. Well, Brett, I hit the wrong button.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be back on WFMU Wrestling Club.
We put a monetary value on actual life itself.
Oh,
wow. It's just such a strange concept.
Yeah.
Anybody that's tuning.
You see that guy accidentally hit that note?
Oh, Rogan's on 91.
Yeah. Holy Jamie, pull that video.
Yeah. So Renee Young, this is what you're looking at. So I don't know about that Lady Rogan thing. Good luck. I hope you're doing well. Give us a call. Keep giving out this number until I see this board light up. 201-209-9368. We're talking wrestling. We're talking the state of New Jersey. We're talking. We got a call. Here we go. Let's see. Oh. Hello, you're on with WFMU Wrestling Club. Who am I speaking to?
My name is Alon.
Alon, how are you?
Doing all right. I'm so happy to be listening to Wrestling Club on a Friday in traffic.
Sorry,
great.
it's not Raj Rock.
Yeah, sorry, it's not College Rock, but we're gonna work on that. Don't worry.
Oh, that's fine. I wanted to real quick just ask the two of you what your favorite all-time wrestling finish moves are.
Oh, Brett, you want to go first?
I don't really like the moves. I'm more about the entrances.
Yeah, Brett's an entrance guy.
You know, I like the shake, rattle, and roll.
The shake
with a little dance in it.
Yeah, honky tonk, shake, rattle, and roll is a good one. See, me, I love finishing moves. I'd say, oh boy, my favorite off the top of my head, I'm going classic. I'm going Scott Steiner, 1993, hitting the Frankensteiner. I love that move. I think it's cool. He's like a big, jacked up, crazy guy, and he wraps his legs around the guy, does the flip, and it looks so. Like anytime you see like a luchador do a Hurricane Rana, it looks like, they're working together, and it's fine. Like, it's exciting. But Scott Steiner legitimately looks like the power of his lower body drives your head into the mat. I love it. I love Vader. Yeah. Anything Vader does. I love a bonsai drop, courtesy of Yokozuna. Anything with like a big butt moves are one of my favorites. But what about you? What's your favorite finishing move?
So I was thinking about this because this has actually been used by a lot of wrestlers, but I think it's just like in general one of my favorite moves that's always impressed me just by the level of athleticism, the shooting star press.
Oh yeah, I love a shooting star press. Who is Brett? Do you know the first guy to do a shooting star press? I forget. Was it Jushin Liger?
It could have been Tiger Mask. I don't know.
No, not Tiger Mask.
But I'm more of an entrance guy.
You are.
I know that Mark Arrow made one big in the early days of WWE, and then Kidman in WCW is really he perfected his.
Have you ever seen Brock Lesnar do a shooting star press?
Oh my God, no! I checked out in early 2000s, but I heard of it.
Yeah, he tried one at WrestleMania 19 in the main event. It was going to be the big finish. He'd been saving it for years. Such an athlete, such a great athlete. He slipped and landed directly on his head. It is the scariest botch possibly ever. That didn't lead to, lifelong disability. But
and he finished the match.
He did finish the match, but scrambled his brains, which if you're Brock Lesnar, that's not good. You haven't got a lot of brains in there.
Oh, jeez.
But I thank you for what's that?
Yeah, thank you for entertaining that question. I'm glad to have called in.
Oh, thank you for calling, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Actually, I want to change my answer. My favorite finishing move is the Kentucky Pride Flying Forearm. The Southern Spitfire Bobby Blaze.
Oh, wow. Brett's keeping kayfabe here. Bobby Blaze, who was a notorious character on the Special Without Brett Davis.
The rural Kentucky wrestling scene.
Yeah, that's right. He's also from an illustrious wrestling family. He had Bobby Blaze Sr., he had Bingo Blaze, his uncle, Alundra Blaze, his stepmother. It's a beautiful thing. Nothing beats keeping it in the family. But I'm gonna, I think that's enough of the news. I think we've had enough wrestling news. Oh, I just wanted to make quick mention of the passing of wrestling journalist Casey Michael this week of Squared Circle Sirens. He passed away at the age of 26. And also this week would have been the birthday of the late Hana Kimura. She would have turned 23, but she lost her battle with depression earlier this year. And we just want to say, if you're dealing with feelings of hopelessness or feelings of despair, there's always someone who cares. There's always someone to help. You can call the New Jersey Hope Line at 800-273-8255. Brett.
Yeah.
Wrestling in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about it?
I said before, I'm from Roxbury, New Jersey, and my middle school teacher was actually Tito Santana. I didn't actually have him. He taught a different Spanish class, but he taught in my middle school and occasionally subbed in the other schools too.
What was that like?
Well, I just slowly walk across his room when I go to the bathroom.
Just to like glare at him.
Yeah. He also, if you want to get your hair cut, like I did before prom, go to Santana's Hair Salon in Roxbury.
Oh, that's good. Yes, a sponsor of the program. It's fine.
If it means let the sponsorships know, great.
Good. Yep. Yep. Sorry, guys. Things are changing. Things are changing. You can call us and talk to us about wrestling at 201-209-9368. That's 201-209-9368.
What's your favorite New Jersey wrestling memory?
Well, I have one with Tito. I got a bunch. The first time I ever saw live wrestling, Tito was on the card. It was in Sussex County at Skylands Park at Ross's Corner in Augusta, New Jersey. And I got my picture taken with him. And it was like, I met Bruno, I met Greg Valentine, I met noted murderer Jimmy Snuka. It was a real good time. But in doing this show, I was like trying to like do a little research about New Jersey wrestling, and I came across this card. It was July 10th, 1975 at Roosevelt Stadium, the old stadium on Route 440 on the west side of New Jersey, west side of Jersey City, right next to the Hackensack River, which was a cesspool and a horrible place. There were like Vietnam veterans who came back from Vietnam and were like, there are more mosquitoes at Roosevelt Stadium than the jungles of South Vietnam. So it was like people got murdered, like teenagers got murdered there, like all this bad stuff. But they had a wrestling show there. There was this promoter, Eddie Einhorn, who tried to start the first national wrestling promotion, which is what Vince McMahon subsequently did 10 years ago with his expansion with Hulkamania. But he had this card at Roosevelt Stadium, which was up until last year, the biggest non-McMahon family promoted wrestling event in the Northeast. There was 15,000 people there, but there were all these shenanigans played. Like Vince McMahon did some like dirty behind the scenes stuff that basically there was no security at this event. All the security just did not show up. He paid the security not to go. So if you read like the newspaper accounts of it, like people were fighting in the stands or hitting each other with chairs. It was like torrential downpour. It was like all this horrible things, but it was a notable event in that it was, this big super card that was outside of the cartel of wrestling at that point between the National Wrestling Alliance and the WWF. So, but that's not my wrestling memory. That's somebody else's. Maybe you can share yours with us at 201-209-9368, or really you can just talk to us about anything. You can talk to us anything wrestling related. We're not going to get mad at you. We're not going to attack you. We're nice guys.
I should say that there was a big wrestling show last year in New Jersey.
Oh my God.
I'm not talking about WrestleMania. I'm talking about Joey Janela's Spring Break at White Eagle Hall, 2-night event. It had Rock and Roll Express, it had NWO Sting, it had all the stars of independent pro wrestling that you can now see on AEW, and it had maybe my favorite match of all time, Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan, which
is the wrestling equivalent of John Cage's 4 minutes and 33 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's on YouTube in full. Please check it out. It's shout out to Bryce Remsburg, who is great and has helped us in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But we actually have the man responsible for that show here in our waiting room. Do we have a bad boy here, Joey Janela?
Uh-oh. Where's the bad boy, Brett?
I'm working on getting the bad boy.
All right, the bad boy is coming. And if you want it, you can always check him out Wednesday nights on AEW Dynamite on TNT, which is, killing it in the ratings. The Wrestling War is back. It's great. You can call in to talk to Joey Janela momentarily at 201-209-9368. Joey, can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, Joey, it's great to hear you. I can hear you. Welcome to WFMU Wrestling Club.
Thanks. I didn't know there was a wrestling club on the radio.
There wasn't until about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
How is your head doing?
It's a little cut up.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Should I put on video for this? Do you guys have some kind of like video feed on the internet?
Oh, we're doing a little Zoom thing if you want to hop on, but no need if you don't.
No, I'm here. I'm just laying in my bed shirtless. There we go.
Oh wow,
that's what I want.
Looking good. This is how
I had wrestlers shirtless all the time because that's what they're
With
like
this-
backstage vignettes. There we go.
With my Tilly hat, I had to do the Tilly hat for the Jersey podcast. That's it. Jersey radio show. Spectacular.
And you bridge the worlds of wrestling in New Jersey. So does this next guest. You know him from the Chris Gethard show, which has had guests like Paul Rudd and Diddy and me. I was attacked by Colt Cabana, who was defending the honor of X-Pac during a segment. You also know him from this hit podcast, Beautiful Anonymous, and Viceland's Dark Side of the Ring, After Dark, where he hung out with Greg Valentine and I don't know, all sorts of weirdos. And he was just in Class Action Park. Here's Chris Gethard.
Hello. Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, Chris.
So we got 4 Jersey people here. We're talking favorite New Jersey memories. Chris, you were just in this hit documentary, Class Action Park. Joey, you're a bit of a thrill seeker. Did you ever go to Action Park?
Yeah. I've been there a bunch of times, but after the fact, I'm not old enough to live the Action Park that that a lot of people come to know the horror stories and the dangers. But I did, when it was Mountain Creek, I did go a bunch of times.
You can still get hurt at Mountain Creek. I've talked to a number of people who are like, I watched the documentary, but they made it sound like it's safe now. But I have friends that like broke their nose there. I mean, it's still pretty wild.
Yeah, you can definitely get bashed up at Action Park. That is for sure.
Would you say you've suffered more injuries going to Action Park or wrestling professionally?
Definitely wrestling. I haven't suffered any injuries at Action Park, so.
God bless you.
Your own Action Park every night you step in the ring.
That's it, without water.
So, Chris, a lifelong New Jerseyan, even when you don't reside there. You do currently reside there. What are your favorite memories from New Jersey?
New Jersey specifically, or New Jersey wrestling?
New Jersey wrestling.
Well, New Jersey wrestling, I'll say, first of all, being able to go see ECW at the Asbury Park Convention Hall, that was like one of the most chaotic environments I've ever been in, and it was so fun and wild. And I saw the gangsters in there. I saw Terry Funk wrestle in Asbury Park. My brother went to the bathroom in the middle of the show, and all of a sudden Rob Van Dam was pulling one leg of his singlet up to pee next to him right before a match. Like, it was really nuts. And my other favorite New Jersey wrestling memory is during that big boom in like the Stone Cold Rock era. There was a show put on at Seton Hall University, Stars and Stripes Championship Wrestling, and a friend of mine from childhood was the booker. And in ill-advised fashion, he asked me if I wanted to be a manager that night. And it was a complete disaster, like a total disaster.
I think that's covered in your book.
It is.
Hey, fellas.
The idea I'm about to do.
Pardon the interruption. I might have to jump right back on. I just got a call from the boss man, Tony Khan. So,
all right,
something's boiling.
That's a good flex. That's a good flex.
Wait, Colin. We'll just kind of get a.
We'll just put him on the show.
That's fine. You can have him call in. If you're Tony Khan and you want to call us, the number is 201-209-9368. Brett,
do your business.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
All right, Joey Janela will be right back. I think this is a good time, Brett, to do a little wrestling show and tell. What do you think?
How about the big show and tell?
All right.
Well, it's the big show and tell.
All right. I I'm going to go first. I have my show and tell ready. It is, oh, wait, you know what? I do. Yeah, I do. Hold on. It is an event from 1997, and it is SummerSlam 1997, which is the first time WWF was back in New Jersey because there was some like entertainment tax that they didn't want to pay. Basically, Vince McMahon's a bad guy and didn't want to pay his taxes. So I'm going to play a clip from that. It's Governor Christy Todd Whitman of New Jersey accepting her honorary WWF championship.
Some of the things she did to bring the World Wrestling Federation back to New Jersey. First televised event in some 8 years. There she goes.
All right, they're just showing her her public appearance with The Undertaker.
Governor Whitman, we want to first of all say thank you very much for getting rid of those taxes and bringing the WWF back to New Jersey.
Ew. She's also standing with the Headbangers.
And Todd Pettengill of Scott and Todd.
Right.
Here in New Jersey. The sports entertainment is back in the Garden State. Vince mentioned the first time in 8 years a WWF pay-per-view has been right here in the Garden State. And we want to thank you very, very much.
Well, I'm really proud that I was able, with my tag team partner, Paul DiGaetano, to do a body slam on that entertainment tax in professional wrestling. So it's great to have everybody back here.
So much charisma.
This is best right here, you know, with the Headbangers and the girl.
Just don't let them get too close to you, Governor. Have you had your shots?
Hey, this is New Jersey.
Wow, Todd's so funny. We got to get him on WFMU.
Presentation for you to do that, WWF President Gorilla Monsoon.
Stunning realization that PLJ DJ Todd was the Todd Pettengill from WWE.
It's huge for me. Blew my mind. All right, she's got her championship.
Maybe we shouldn't take down that cage. How do you feel about a little cage match, Governor?
Oh, yeah, put her in the cage.
Well, I tell you what, I take this title very seriously, and I'm going to defend it. Anybody wants to take this belt from me, he's going to have a fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, a fan of the World Wrestling Federation and your governor, Christy Todd Whitman.
Wow, what a moment. What a moment we can always remember.
You know, Darren, I don't know if you caught this, Chris. I'm in Hollywood now, so New Jersey's a distant memory. But there's some bikini babes at the pool, and they're calling me over. I just got to make an appearance, so I'll be right back. But continue to talk about New Jersey for a minute.
Brett, okay, well, all right. Well, I guess, Joey left. Is it just me and Chris?
You say that like it's the worst news.
Oh, it's the best. We never hang out anymore. I never see you. But
let's catch up.
I'm coming over. I'm coming over tonight. I'm going to take a call right now. Hello, you are on. Oh, well, that's what
everything's coming up roses for you right now,
Everything's
Darren.
going really well. It looks like we have another call. Oh, great. Let me get this one up. Are you? Oh, well, nope, they hung up. Oh, great. This is going really good, Chris. You know, this is going. What do you do when things go bad?
I thrive.
That's true. You do. You're no.
I enjoy it. I look my destiny in the eye and I say, I accept you. Let's see what happens.
Oh, we got another. Oh, we do have a call. Great.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait a second. Oh, well, you know, a little dead air. That's always good on WFMU.
This is the operator. I have a collect call from...
It's me, Captain Lou. Pick up!
To accept charges, press 5 now.
I guess I'll accept the charges and press 5.
How you doing, Chris and Darren? It's me, Captain Lou Albano.
Captain Lou? Wait a second. Captain Lou, I thought you were dead.
Off in a minute, they never do duplicated. No, don't you read those dirt sheets. No. I'm alive, I'm living, I'm speeding down Route 22. I gotta get to Elizabeth and Piscataway in the next 5 minutes.
Oh my God! Careful, Lou. Are you using I hope you're doing hands-free cell phone tonight.
I'm driving with my knees. I've driven on the turnpike with my knees for years. Don't tell me how to drive. I'm from New Jersey.
You are from New Jersey. I'm famous New Jersey resident. Captain Lou Albano on the program on WFMU. Let's take a call. Hello, you're on WFMU Wrestling Club with Captain Lou Albano. Who am I speaking to?
I'm talking to the captain.
Say hello to the captain.
Captain Lou Albano, often imitated, never duplicated.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know you thought I died. I had a little heart attack. We all have those. I was just out a little long. I had to punch through the casket. Not my first time, kiddo. Crawl out of the dirt, and then I buy back all my Hawaiian shirts from the Goodwill in Elmwood Park. I haggled them to a 20% discount, but I should have paid nothing. What's your question for Captain Lou or for Chris Kendall, who is my favorite comedian in the whole wide world?
Oh, thanks, Captain Lou.
Nobody does it. Nobody does it better than you, Chris. And I don't know if you're looking for a manager right now, but I'm the best manager in the world.
Oh, I see. I remember what you did with Cyndi Lauper.
That's right, Cindy. What I did with Cindy, what I'm still doing with Cyndi Lauper. You're a Hollywood guy. Did you read Variety magazine? She is the new spokesperson for Novartis Psoriasis Awareness. Wow. That was me. That was Captain Lou.
I always see their building on Route 10.
That's right.
You got a question?
I had a big meeting there.
Well, I had my question that I had from before. I wanted to find out. You guys are talking to Joey Janela. What would you have if you had your own spring break show? Like, what crazy person would you book? What crazy match would you have? What would you do?
Oh boy, that's really tough. Oh my God,
it's like a fantasy booking.
Yeah, that's just something that I do sometimes. What would be a good fantasy match? Well, let's see. Let's go. Oh, that's really hard. Well, I'd say, you know what? I mean, if I could reach into beyond the, if I could reach beyond the grave, it would be, I would team up. It'd be one of those like father and son tag teams. Where it would be Ralphus, my uncle, and me as son of Ralphus against, I don't know, maybe Manny Fernandez and Jeff Cannonball, who I'm giving a shout out to. Love you, Jeff. That would be my main event. Get Ralphus from beyond the grave. We'll put his foot back after he lost it to diabetes, and we'll get out there, Manny the Bull Fernandez and Jeff Cannonball. That's mine. Captain Lou, what would you pick?
I would pick Jose Gonzalez versus Baron Mikel Cicluna. You want to talk about a bad boy? Baron Mikel Cicluna was the baddest there is.
Oh boy.
What about you, Christopher?
I mean, if we're allowed to reach beyond the grave, there's so many that come to mind. Just spitballing here, and this would be something that would be holding at the White Eagle Hall in Jersey City. I'd love. Let's maybe say Bruiser Brody versus the Great Muta in Jersey City. Nobody'd see that coming.
In Jersey City, right? What would you put any maybe a New Jersey centric guest referee or something?
Oh, who would be the guest referee for that? Bruiser Brody versus the Great Muta. Special guest referee. Who would be again?
Oh, I got one.
Uncle Floyd. Uncle Floyd. Guest referee, Uncle Floyd. And then Oogie does a run-in. All
right. Were you a fan of Uncle Floyd, Captain Lou?
Oh, he was a close personal friend. He still is. He's got a great record collection. He's got my wrestling album. That was me. I made that.
I love that wrestling album.
You were also on the NRBQ concept album that was all about you, and inexplicably has you talking over every song.
That's right. That's what people like to hear. They like a little DJ action. You should know that better than anybody.
Well, I'm only on the late nights, so I don't really know too much about being a DJ, unfortunately. But, I'm getting there. You can give us a call to talk to Captain Lou at 201-209-9368. It's not usual, we get to talk to such a wrestling legend.
Chrissy, I got a question for you. When you were a little kid, what was the wrestler that captured your imagination? Who did you turn on the TV and see, and it better have rubber bands hanging out of his face?
Well, I do have a very early memory of watching George the Animal Steely to Turnbuckle, and I know you were quite close with George the Animal.
He was a friend. He was a foe. It depended on how they did the electrical shocks in his head.
Yeah, I was smitten with the Junkyard Dog in my early days. Roddy Piper. I love Roddy Piper to this day. I was 5 years old when the rock and wrestling stuff really hit. So, Piper, Snuka. I mean, Jake the Snake Roberts, loving it. I know before I got on, you guys were talking about favorite finishers of all time. I think Jake the Snake Roberts with the DDT. That was no joke, man. Ban the DDT. Remember that?
Sure. Yeah, that was
Jake the Snake.
Same. I came in a little later. I probably started watching, and like the first WrestleMania I watched was the great Hulk Hogan versus Iraq, where the Iraqi war sympathizer Sergeant Slaughter.
That was a hell of a turn, huh?
Yeah,
that was a big ask for Sergeant Slaughter.
They were going to
pro Iraq.
They were going to burn the American flag on WWF superstars, but instead they just burned the Hulkamania shirt, which was treated the same as the American flag.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a call.
Got the bad boy back here.
We're back.
We're back. Captain Lou Albano is here.
Okay.
Back in the saddle.
Oh, let's take a call. Hello, you're called WFMU Wrestling Club. You're on with Bad Boy Joey Janela, Chris Gethard, and Captain Lou Albano. Who am I speaking to?
Namaste, gentlemen. It's Diamond Dallas Page.
Diamond Dallas Page.
Wow.
New Jersey.
Yeah, that's true. A guy.
Professional wrestling legend and yogi.
That's right. You are a practitioner of yoga.
Yogi is the noun for those that practice yoga.
I'm glad people have realized there's so few callers that you can get on and say whatever you want during
This is not DDP. It's not DDP because DDP refuses to call it yoga. It's DDPY. It's not yoga.
That's right. It's because it used to be son. It used to be yoga for real guys, which is when I liked it. But then, because I'm a real guy,
There are a lot of legalities that restrict me from using different terminology.
Hang up on DDP. This is not going to go anywhere.
DDP, you're an imposter, so we're hanging up on you. Okay.
Call back as someone else. Call back as Coco Beware.
Yeah, that's
Joey Janela, Chris Gethard, I got a pitch for you. It's me, Captain Lou, the greatest manager of all time, often implicated, never extricated. I've got a pitch. A tag team. The bad boy and the sad boy.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of that?
Boy?
I know you got a partner right now, Sonny Kiss, which is what Terry Garvin would say at all the ring boys after they did a good job. I know Sonny Kiss. Sonny Kiss can be part of a 6-man trio, but we got to have the two of you together. Captain
I'm
Lou in
into
your
it.
corner.
Joey, I saw you wrestle in Queens. You were great.
What show was that?
I think it was with Evolve.
Oh, okay.
Out on Northern Boulevard, right?
Yeah. What, at the La Boom, at that club?
All I remember is it was the air conditioner was broken. That's most of what I remember.
Oh, shit. Was that Progress? I think it was that
Progress. Yeah,
that
it was really...
that was like the Woodstock 99 of wrestling shows.
Yeah, there was no air conditioning, and then someone got hurt, which was hard to see. I think it was just his ankle, though. He got hurt in a high spot. And then while we were all waiting for the crowd to restart, a guy passed out in the front row, and I heard a rumor he pooped his pants. I don't know if you can confirm or deny.
Yeah, I did. That's true. There was, after my match, I went outside, and there was like 8 people that were overheated, like sitting out there, like drinking water. It was bad. There was many people passed out. It wasn't just one guy. People always talk about that one guy because he did poop his pants. So, yeah, it was with the no air conditioning in that building. That was like a horrible night.
Yeah, I remember leaving and feeling like I was so wet that it looked like I had taken a shower with my clothes on. It was really truly physically disgusting.
Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna take another call. We got another one coming in right here.
Here we go.
Hello,
Who's this
you are
gonna be, Bam
on
Bam?
WFMU Wrestling Club. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, there, it's Vin from Staten Island.
Oh, Vin from Staten Island, the Wrestle Rap Podcast. How you doing, Vin?
Hey, thank you for the nice little plug. I'm doing good. How are you all fine New Jersey gentlemen doing?
Doing all right. You got a question for our guests?
I do. Speaking of, you mentioned the Wrestle Rap Podcast, and not to keep on plugging a little bit, but I will. Mr. Joey Janela was on Staten Island recently, doing a photo shoot that my partner Emilio set up to promote some hats we have going on. But that's neither here nor there. The point I'm trying to get at is that Staten Island is often very much compared to New Jersey. And I'm very curious, now that someone from New Jersey, a wrestler from New Jersey, has actually come to Staten Island, how it stacks up, how it compares to the real deal in New Jersey.
Staten Island versus New Jersey. Joey, you got any thoughts on that?
Got to go with New Jersey, of course.
Absolutely.
Staten Island is not you know, it's not too far off from where I live. So I've been to Staten Island more times than I can ever count. But come on, New Jersey, you know, we got the beaches, we got the shore. What does Staten Island got? They got a garbage dump.
Nothing. I'll tell you, the last time I was on Staten Island was I was helping out with your show, Chris, and you guys sent me to Staten Island to pick up garbage from the Impractical Jokers. I literally just picked up their garbage. But thank you for that. I needed the work.
Yeah, happy to help out.
That's what everyone does on Staten Island. They just pick up the garbage from the Impractical Jokers. And I'll say this because you were talking about wrestling memories before. I remember going to the old Fun Bubble where they used to have ECW shows.
Is this a Staten Island reference?
Oh, yes. It was like one of those giant bubbles that had like kids' birthday parties in it. With like slides and ball pits and stuff.
And there was an
ECW
show
there? They would just put a ring up in like the roller hockey rink. And they would do ECW house shows there all the time. It's like Chris Candido versus Trent Acid.
Wow.
And, you know, the Dudleys would show up. And it was just very weird to see like this ECW fight going on. And then you look over and there's like a bunch of 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
Just like hopping around a ball pit.
Can I ask you, at this point in history, who's more beloved on Staten Island, the Impractical Jokers or the Wu-Tang Clan?
Sadly, I think it's Impractical Jokers. You know what? Their success has really. I'm glad for all of them. Let's get that out of the way right now. With that said, the amount of sort of hardcore rabidness of their fan base perplexes me, and I don't know what it is. Like the people who love Impractical Jokers, and you're allowed to love something, you're allowed to be a fan of something, but it's so hardcore to me that I don't quite. It kind of boggles my mind.
You sound like how most people talk about wrestling fans, though.
That's very true.
Impractical Joker's Q. He's actually he's a wrestling fan. When I went to his house that day, I saw his furniture, which was literally a poker table with WrestleMania commemorative chairs around it, and that was it. So I guess success on cable TV doesn't really. I guess it's not what it used to be, huh? But well, Ben, I'm going to let you go. We got another call
Chris,
coming in.
if you take me on as your manager, you'll be on cable TV faster than somebody can say, "Hey, that guy used to be Super Mario."
We got another call coming in. Let's see. Oh, well, we got nothing there. Hit the wrong one. There we go.
Joey, you've been on the big side of things, on the big stadiums. You've also been on the seedy sides. Who is a New Jersey local wrestler that is maybe has amongst the boys a reputation, good or bad, or maybe weird?
Trying to think. That's a hard question. Probably myself.
Yeah, I would say Joey Janela is the answer to that question.
Are there any guys coming up in New Jersey who you're saying give that person another year or two and everybody's going to know their name?
Either that or somebody that's 65 years old, like my friend Angelo Savoldi, the oldest wrestler of all time.
65. More. He's 108.
But he's still getting in there every weekend.
It's true.
New Jersey right now, like GCW, that's the biggest indie company right now. They're based out of New Jersey, but we don't have a lot of New Jersey wrestlers per se. But the guy KTB, he's been wrestling for like 16 years. He's just ready to explode. He's a New Jersey guy from Spotswood area. He's awesome. He's if I could see him exploding after this is all said and done. The coronavirus and everything's back.
New Jersey, I would say since the 90s, it's really been like one of the hotbeds of independent wrestling for a whole generation. So I'm sure that's I hope that works out. Hope he breaks out after all this is through. But Captain Lou, I think I just want to get back to what Captain Lou was talking about before, talking about putting you guys together as a team. Joey, I watched AEW this week, and I saw what Inner Circle did to you. I saw what Chris Jericho did to you. They're playing the numbers game. And I can't help but think if you had a manager like Captain Lou, it's kind of an insurance policy. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Or a partner like Geffen. I saw you step in the ring before. You wrestled Vacation Jason on your show.
I did. Yeah, me and
You did a little lucha.
I did. Rhino betrayed me though, or I would have won that match.
I would have told you not to trust Rhino.
I'll tell you this. I think, I think a tag team is a good idea, but let's face it. I grew up a WWE fan. I come from the Vince McMahon school. I think tag teams are done. I think it's all about being a single star. So really, Captain Lou, I think you got to pick between the bad boy and the sad boy. I don't think we can just go. You're going to pick the bad boy?
Bad boy, 100%.
It was so quick.
100%.
I mean, you don't want to make it
the question.
Don't you want to wait? I don't think that's fair, Captain Lou. I think you got to be a little more diplomatic, a little more systematic with this. Why don't you have them? They can't fight on the radio, and I think that Joey would probably beat Chris in a fight. I'm gonna guess that would be bad for Chris. But maybe there's something else you can do to kind of figure out who will be the next client of Captain Lou Albano. What do you think?
This is a huge honor. I was a professional wrestling manager for over 20 years, 17 tag team champions, 2 intercontinental champions, 1 world champion, and a women's champion. Look, if you want to be the next Captain Lou client, then you got to play a game. It's called Ain't Got a Clue with Captain Lou. Because if you don't know the answer, then you ain't got a clue.
Oh, well, I guess you guys want to play Ain't Got a Clue with Captain Lou?
Yeah, I'm totally down to play. I also have to say, Captain Lou, I never realized how much you sound like Bernie Sanders.
It does sound like Bernie Sanders.
He doesn't have so much gruff though. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you both New Jersey trivia questions related to wrestling.
Almost the voice is almost Dr. Fauci-esque.
Please don't criticize the voice.
I mean, it's just, these guys, these guys all come from the same general geographic location. So it makes sense that they all have the same, that old school New York, New Jersey accent.
Yeah.
I think it's charming.
Good save. Good save.
All right. Hold on. Now, some people might call me connected, but, notable mobbed up restaurateur and Frank Sinatra associate Chili Rizzo threatened to shoot which wrestling heel after a brawl with Bruno Sammartino at Roosevelt Stadium?
Who's that directed to?
That's for either of you.
All right. Well,
I've heard this story because the mob goons came into the dressing room after.
That's right.
Who was that? I've read that story.
And if anybody wants to call in, 201-209-9366.
If you call in
909-909-9999.
No, that's the wrong number. It's 201-209-9368. If you want to play Ain't Got a Clue with Captain Lou, there's no rules. It turns out there's not really many rules.
Was it
you can just call
Buddy
in.
Rogers?
You're very close, but no
It's
cigar.
one of the Grahams.
Joey, you got to
No,
guess.
I have no idea. I don't even know this story, to be honest. And I know all these wild wrestling stories that I've never heard this one, so I don't know.
If you think you got the answer, please call in. I'll move on to a next question.
Well, that's not Captain Lou. That's not how games work.
What do you mean?
It's fine. The answer.
It's not the. Is it the Graham who dug up his mom's dead body? Do you know that one?
Is that Jerry Graham?
Dr. Jerry Graham, I think.
I don't believe what you read in the dirt sheets.
Vince McMahon's favorite childhood wrestler, noted. What's that called when you dig up corpses? Is there like a condition that's related to? I forget.
Well, necrophilia is when you take it a step beyond that.
Oh, we got a call.
Is when you remove the skin. I know that because I'm connected.
All right, we got a call here. WFMU Wrestling Club. Yeah, who am I talking to? Okay, hello. All right, we're just going to yell into the phone. Great job, caller. You want to give him the answer to that question?
The answer is my close personal friend, sometimes rival, Classy Freddie Blassie.
There you go.
I had the image in my
I was going to say Freddie Blassie for some reason. I never even – I don't know why, because I never heard that story, so I don't know.
You got to go with your gut. Oh, we got a caller. Let's see. We'll play with the caller. Hello, you're on WFMU Wrestling Club. Who am I speaking to?
More dead air. More dead air. That's what they tell you in television. No dead air.
Yeah,
all right, I got a question for Chris and Joey.
Yeah.
All right. What wrestling star promoted his own brand of Muscles Marinara with meatballs, pasta, gravy? Joey, do you think you got the answer?
Can I have the question one more time, please?
Which wrestling star promoted his own brand of Muscles Marinara with meatballs, pasta, gravy?
Ugh.
Following in the footsteps of Marky Ramone, my close personal friend.
Enzo?
Bingo! Correct.
Wow, good job, Joey. Enzo Amore, who was famous for drinking at Jersey City dive bar, The Keyhole. Shout outs to The Keyhole, which no longer exists. But Enzo would drink there alone. We have a caller. Hello, caller. You're on WFMU Wrestling Club. Whom are we speaking to?
Hey, how you doing? This is Chris from Cranston, New Jersey. Hey, listen, man, I just want to give you a heads up about your uncle. I was watching Joe Bob Briggs on Shudder. You mentioned your uncle, and he actually talked very fondly of him. And he actually talked about the work that he did with your uncle. And he ended the conversation with Joe Bob Briggs saying something along the lines of like, yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of that guy. And I guess his agents or whatever, like, he doesn't want to talk to me. So if you're out there, he goes, give me a call. So he wanted him on his podcast, but unfortunately, that can never be.
Yeah, he passed away last March, and he had been totally out of the wrestling business, and we had brought up to him yeah, you should do Ralphus at conventions, that would be such a hit. I think people would really like to see that, but he never his health really took a turn in the last couple of years, so he's never able.
Who was this? I hear that, man. I remember watching that live. That was pretty hilarious. Put him in that small shirt, how to come out there and stuff. That was a good feud they had going on. But I figured you wanted to know because I know that was your uncle, and I know you had a awesome relationship with him.
Yeah, that's great.
Joey, just blew you in. Ralphus from WCW was Darren's uncle.
Yep.
Really? He passed away?
He passed away last year. Yeah, he passed away last February or March. Yep.
Jericho doesn't even know that he died.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't.
He didn't know, dude. It's funny if you shoot him an email, let him know what's going on. Because he was actually really admirable about it. He was like, listen, he goes, if you're out there, he goes, give me a call. He goes, I love that guy. He goes, I like that. He actually wanted him on his podcast so they could talk about the whole angle that they shot.
Yeah, it was a really big, I'll tell you this about Ralphus. It was the dream of a lifetime. My family were all hardcore wrestling fans. They went to MSG every month. They watched, there was all kinds of different wrestling shows on TV in the 70s. They loved them all. So this was when he was on TV, it was the biggest thing to ever happen in my family.
Man. That's a pretty exciting situation for Jared to come up and just throw a shirt on you. Be like, hey, come out there. You're going to do this with me. That's pretty wild. Hey, I got a question for Joey. If he's still there. Hey, Joey, man.
Yeah.
If you and Raven went at it when Raven was at his prime, who do you think would win? You think you got a good shot against him?
I don't know. It'd be a wild match, though. Raven in his prime versus me. Yeah.
I don't know. Let's just say at the end of it, neither of you would walk out. You'd probably stretch it out at the end of that.
I know this. Raven's definitely. I don't know. He's got that. What's that? 156 IQ, something like that.
Yeah. He's a smart dude.
Yeah. What the hell was he doing wrestling? He should have been like a stockbroker or something, or
Right. Well, I thank you for your call. Thanks for the memory of Uncle John Ralphus. That was really nice. Thank you for your call.
Yeah, man. I figured you should know, man. It was wild when I tuned in and I heard that, and I was like, this dude should know that Jericho was asking about his uncle. Joey, man, you're fucking rock. Keep doing your thing, man.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I got one more question for you. This is the rubber.
Yeah, this is the rubber match.
Even though Chris didn't get an answer.
Yeah, I haven't won one, but
yeah, but that's fine. This is for all the marbles.
Bulldog Brower, who wrestled the Mighty Igor at the famous 75 Roosevelt Stadium Supercard, was the radio spokesman for the South Jersey chapter of what national political organization?
Oh no!
Jesus Christ!
Can you repeat the question?
Bulldog Brower was the radio spokesman for the South Jersey chapter of what national political organization?
I'll say the NRA.
Close but no cigar. Joey, want to take a guess?
I'd
say they share members.
I don't know. I think I might know, but I don't know.
The answer is the Ku Klux Klan.
Okay,
that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say, but I didn't want to be completely wrong and sound like a whack job. But
you know what?
I did hear that before.
You know what I say, Joey? I'm gonna give you some career advice. Don't sign up with the captain. I don't think it's gonna work out.
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Joey, is there a chance we might see an All Out this weekend?
Yeah, there is a chance. Doctors say I'm good to go, even though Jericho whooped my ass. So I will be at All Out.
Great.
Maybe you could get some revenge on some of those peons he runs around with.
Yes, that's definitely something that I'm going to be looking into. I'm still blown away by this whole Ralphus thing because Chris, he lost contact with him.
Yeah, everybody did. Everybody did. Yeah, pretty much.
Where do you live? Chris said he is in Florida somewhere?
Orlando. My whole family, all my extended family lives in Orlando. They all work at Disney World.
When I tell Chris this, I think he's gonna be upset because he was just like, he just lost contact with them. He was somewhere in Florida, just around, but he was still alive. And this is a conversation we had within the last few months.
Right.
Because I always wanted to bring in Ralphus for, I do my spring break shows with the nostalgia and the wildness.
Right.
And
right. He'd be perfect.
like he was, but no one had. I asked Chris, no one had any contact to him.
Right. Listen, we got to put a period on it there. We're running out of time here. I want to thank you, Bad Boy Joey Janela. Check out AEW All Out this weekend.
Oh yeah.
I got to thank Chris Gethard once again. I got to thank
Beautiful Anonymous.
Got to thank Matt Warwick for all his help today. He was setting up tech. We'll be back next week with our 9/11 tribute to Vince McMahon. At same time, same place. We're going to go out here with a little song from WFMU's archives. This is Yola Tango with Captain Lou Albano.
Peace.
Some say the man's not wrapped too tight. Captain Lou, Captain Lou, Captain Lou. But when he's on the scene, everything's alright. Captain Lou Albano. With the man of 1,000 faces, I know we'll be going places. I'm gonna stick with the guiding light. Captain Lou Albano.
You are listening to WFMU East Orange, WMFU Mount Hope in New York City and Rockland County at 91.9 FM and online at WFMU.org.
Thank you, Darren and Skeleton Crew. Hey, guess what, kids? Welcome to another exciting episode of the Danzo East Stanley Show.